But Mark, moving on, our final topic before we get to our picks, and I'll be honest, some people might look at this one, especially on YouTube, and go, really? Really? You're asking this question, you're going to talk about it? But this is a team that has been hot for the last 3 weeks of the season, beating the Giants. I know that's not that impressive. Beating the Oakland Raiders by 1 point. And then also shutting out the Broncos this past weekend at home. I'll ask you this. I'm just going to be straight up like I always am. Are the Chargers the scariest team in the AFC West?
No, they're not. And it's really that simple. You can turn the video off now if you'd like. That is fine.
Please don't. We're going to elaborate.
They're not. It's really that simple to me. I mean, sure, they have an awesome passing game. They have a terrible running game. They don't score that many points, and fortunately for them, their defense is fucking on this. They're on the game right now with not allowing teams to score on them. Now, part of that, of course, you get a shutout against the Broncos. That's certainly going to help. But their defense has been really impressive so far.
27 is the high, or pardon me, it's 26 is the highest points their defense has allowed so far this year.
Here's why I'm going to tell you that they are not the scariest team in the AFC West, because Kansas City is in this division, and that team is a Super Bowl contending team, if not a Super Bowl winning team.
Okay,
right now they are with. Maybe the exception of course, the Philadelphia Eagles, who we already talked about. They are currently the most complete team in the NFL. That team is terrifying to go against. The other team that is scarier than the Los Angeles Chargers, and you all know that I like my Los Angeles Chargers. I have high hopes for them every year.
Do you like the Los Angeles Chargers or the San Diego Chargers?
I really like the San Diego Chargers is what it is. I'm a little nut on this whole LA thing. But the Oakland Raiders,
Carson City thing.
Yeah, I guess that's true. The Oakland Raiders to me are a scarier team, and here's why. Because the Oakland Raiders are a better team than they're performing. And they have not been performing up to that potential. And it scares me because when I think about the Oakland Raiders, I'm like, well, are they going to be able to bounce back? And I assume that, yes, they will be able to bounce back when you think about they got to play the Bills, they're going to play the Dolphins,
and some are
they're going to play the Giants.
Some are saying this past week is the Oakland Raiders re-announcing themselves, saying,
That's
hey, we're here.
Yeah.
We're back.
And part of it, they had, of course, a little bit of an injury concern for Derek Carr, but this is about the Chargers, so I'll move back to the Chargers. But the Oakland Raiders scare me more than the Chargers do. To me, I just think of, they had a tough go of things, and they played good teams. They played the Broncos when the Broncos were good. They played the Chiefs, who, like I said, are the best team in the AFC. They played the Eagles, who are the best team in the NFC. So these losses are not unsurprising losses. Fortunately, they beat a Giants team that is a joke. They beat the Raiders, who, like I said, they're going to be coming back, but they just squeaked by them with 1 point. This Broncos win is impressive to me, although Trevor Siemian looked like, dog shit.
Trevor Siemian is showing what I've been telling Bronco fans what he is, but no one wanted to believe me.
You're just upset because he's from Northwestern.
No one wanted to believe me, but I guess we'll see.
No, Trevor Siemian's just a giant question mark.
And Brock the Cockadoodle-Doo will be back in Denver one day.
He is back in Denver.
Back in his rightful spot as the starting quarterback.
Yeah. I haven't been keeping up with him. I don't know if he's still there or not. But he was there. John Elway brought him back. But they're going to play. The Chargers are about to play the Patriots. They're going to play a really difficult defense in the Jaguars. They're going to play the Cowboys. Fortunately, they get to play the Browns. But they're going to go against the Redskins, which maybe will be back. They got to play the Chiefs again and the Raiders again. And I don't know, Jet fans keep saying that their team is good. I don't buy it, but they do.
Here's the thing, though, and I'm going to be on the other side of this, where and with this discussion, I'm taking the Chiefs and I'm picking them up. And I'm putting them in their own sandbox. They are completely in their own sandbox because they're the best team in the AFC. But really, to me, with this question of who's the scariest, it comes down to the Chargers or the Raiders. And I am saying that the Chargers are the scariest team because think of this. They are 3 scores in 3 games. 1 score in the Denver game, 1 score in the Philadelphia game, 1 score in the Miami game. From being not just 3-4, but from being 6-1 on the season, the same record as the Philadelphia Eagles. And the thing that I look at is the Patriots this weekend. This is giving away my pick, but I don't care. I expect the Patriots to win because of a Senor Tom Brady. Don't know if you've heard of him. However, Jacksonville, I think, well, really, it's an even week. So, I mean, if we're going off of how Jacksonville plays, they'll play well that week. So they might win that game.
Yeah.
However, that Jacksonville game, the Chargers can play close. I would even say Buffalo and Dallas, because think about this. The only team to really have the number of the Chargers this year is the Kansas City Chiefs. Like the Eagles, that's a game where I know the Broncos and the Dolphins don't really wet your whistle and get it for you, but the Eagles, that's a team we just talked about. They are 6-1. They're going to win the NFC, only won by 2 points against the Chargers, and that was at home for the Chargers. That was but that was the game, I believe, where Phillip Rivers was like, come on. It was like playing a road game.
Now, to be fair, because you said that they were only a possession away from winning games, in their 2 of their 3 wins, they were 1 touchdown away from losing.
And that's the thing. That is who the Los Angeles Chargers, I almost said San Diego Chargers, that is who the LA Chargers are.
Well, they are in the same boat as the Oakland Raiders. I mean, you look at for and against. 137 for, 131 against for LA. For Oakland, 155 for, 156 against. These teams are in the same boat.
Here's the one thing that worries me about the Raiders, though. This past week, impressive win. Don't want to take anything away. I wish I would have started Amari Cooper, even though I won 83-33 over Dave in our fantasy league. Throwing it out there. Thanks for starting Deshaun Watson, buddy.
Did he really only threw?
Yeah.
Only got 33
Well,
points?
he started Deshaun Watson, who was on the bye.
Yeah, but 33 points. I mean, that's like each guy scored 4.
Yeah, he only got 33. I scored 83. And I had Amari Cooper with 33 on my bench. Amari Cooper alone tied Dave in points. Amari Cooper alone with 33. But I digress. Getting back to what I was saying is the win was impressive. I expected KC to win the game. However, the thing that I think will bite the Oakland Raiders in the butt this year is their run game. Marshawn Lynch, so far, if he turns it on and becomes beast mode, I stand corrected. But as of right now, they don't seem to know how to use him.
Well, he had 20 rushing yards.
I believe
in the last
he's
game.
got he didn't even lead the team in rushing. Washington
I know that.
did with 33.
He had like 20. Well, so that's embarrassing.
I believe he's suspended for the next game against the Buffalo Bills, so he's not going to play that one. But then it's like this whole season, you don't really know what you're going to get from Marshawn. Like the most rushing yards he's had in the game is week 1 when he had 76. And me and Brandon talked about exactly they're misusing him and stuff like that. But I mean, the thing with the Raiders compared to the Chargers is the run game. Like Derek Carr, Phillip Rivers, I would say at their best, Carr might be a little better, but at their best, quality starting quarterbacks could win games for both teams. However, I like the run game for the Chargers because defensively, I'll take either or. Because like you said, the Chargers, their defense has been doing good. 26 is the most points they've allowed this year. And the 2 times they've allowed 24 and 26, well, 3 times. Denver, which I don't know how they did it, but the other 2, KC and the Eagles, which are good quarterbacks, good offenses, and you got a lot of weapons on both of those teams. I just don't think that Derek Carr is going to be able to do what he did last week every single game. With how this run game's been for the Raiders, he's going to have to throw 400 yards and 4 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns in order to win for this team because they don't have the run game that they had last year with Latavius Murray.
Yeah, but it's kind of Oakland Raiders kind of football to just throw the ball 50, 60 times a game.
But they don't have... Last year was perfect because you had big play Murray to supplement that. You don't have that this year. Where the Chargers... They do have Melvin Gordon that I am more confident in than anything the Raiders have.
Yeah, but the LA Chargers running game is one of the worst running attacks in the NFL. I mean, when you're just looking at the fact that they're putting up like not even 80 rushing yards a game, only one team is worse than they are. in the running game. Now, here's the thing that I want to say, and I've been a little down on the Chargers right now, but that's just because Ricky's so pro on the Chargers.
Well,
and I feel like I got to go against you a little bit.
I'm just saying, out of the two, out of the Raiders and the Chargers, I'm more scared. Like, if I'm going up against either of those teams, I'd be a little bit more scared right now of the Chargers than the Raiders.
But obviously, the correct answer to the question of who's the scariest team is the Chiefs. I mean, that takes it away.
I'm putting them in their own sandbox.
Sure, but the answer is the Chiefs. The thing here is, when I look at this schedule, to me, the Chargers are a 500 team. They're going to lose to the Patriots. They can beat the Jaguars. They can beat the Bills. The Cowboys, it all depends on Zeke, but it's at Jerry World. They're going to beat the Browns, obviously. Redskins, toss-up. Chiefs, they're going to lose that. Jets fans keep telling me their team is good. And then the Oakland Raiders can go either way. To me, this team is an 800 team. Maybe they can get that 9-7, but really it's just kind of they're not winning the division. You look at the teams that are currently in front of them in the playoffs. They're currently at the number 12 spot right now, but a lot of things are going to change, obviously. We're right in the middle of the season. Currently, the Jets are higher. The Ravens are higher. I think those two are jokes. I don't think they're going to be there at the end of the season. Texans, I think the Texans can be up there. The Denver Broncos are probably going to fall off. Jaguars, I have no idea what's going on with the Jaguars. Miami Dolphins, hey, Matt Moore. Matt Moore is a change. Things might look good with Matt Moore and Adam Gase. Buffalo Bills have been pretty impressive so far. You all know I like the Tennessee Titans, the Patriots, the Chiefs, and the Steelers. So I just don't see the Chargers squeaking in with an 8-8, maybe a 9-7. They can do it, but I'm just not gonna bite on it. And to me, if the team is not even gonna make the playoffs, they're not scary.
Well, and here's the thing this is me going towards the Raider side of it. And when you look at schedules, yes, the Chargers have a tough schedule, especially in their next three, because it's Patriots, Jaguars with a bye in between, but then it's the Bills after the Jaguars. The thing for the Raiders is you've got at Buffalo without Marshawn Lynch, and Buffalo's
been looking good.
Top 10 rushing defense. They only give up 84.5
So you don't need
game.
Marshawn Lynch anyways. You're not going to have a running game.
However, you just limit, there is a game, the Redskins and the Broncos in week 3 and week 4 showed you how to beat the Raiders. Limit the passing attack because they're not going to do anything on the ground. Last year, it was like, okay, limit Derek Carr. Oh, wait, but Latavius Murray can break off a big play. They don't have that this year. They don't have that big play ability from the run game.
Even with the Raiders not, I'm past the Raiders conversation. Even with the Raiders not being good, the Raiders can lose every game from here on out. The Chargers still aren't going to make the playoffs.
See, and that's
they're still an 8-8 team,
and that's why for me, I'm not saying that the Chargers are going to make the playoffs, but I look at the Chargers as that not. The scariest is being...
But what's scary about a team that's not even going to make the playoffs?
I can see them upsetting almost any team on any given Sunday the rest of this year. Almost.
I can't, no.
With the only exceptions probably being at KC, at New England, at Dallas.
I mean, they beat
of it,
2 divisional opponents, and they always play the division tough. That's how this works. And they beat the Giants, one of the worst teams in the NFL. They're my 31st ranked team in my personal power ranking.
See, and this is where you and I are looking at it differently, where I feel like you're seeing a L and just saying, well, you lost the game. Where I'm looking at, especially that Eagle game, I'm looking at it, you lost by 2.
Sure.
But you could have very easily won that game. I know there's the opposite side of, well, you just beat the Raiders, just beat the Giants. You could have easily lost that game.
Yep.
The sake of this argument is just that is what you're going to get from the Chargers. I would hate to be a Charger fan because I would know, except for this upcoming week against the Patriots, great. It's going to be a heart pounder. We're going to come down to the final whistle, and I don't know if we're going to win or lose.
Remember Charger history. December, January does not go well for Charger fans. So, they got the Browns. The Browns will win 1 game this season.
Well, I would say the Browns and maybe the Jets.
I mean, yeah, they can get those wins, but like I'm saying, the Browns, they got to win a game at some point. They're not the Detroit Lions. But
what if they are, though?
They could be.
Do you think one of their quarterbacks is going to win a game?
Someone has to. Well, no, a quarterback by committee. Let's be fair. The quarterback by committee will win a game at some point.
One of their quarterbacks are going to win a game.
And it's just like this. Yeah, it's just this weird thing. It reminds me of the Cleveland situation of like when you get that random college team that doesn't have a quarterback in any way, shape, or form, so they just switch off every drive, and you're just like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Just stop it. Don't even play.
Alabama did that about a year or two ago.
LSU, when it wasn't that long ago that they did it too, right?
Blake Sims, they did it last year.
Yeah.
It was Danny Etling and someone else, but 2 years ago it was Blake Sims and I don't think it was Jalen Hurts. By the end of the year, it was Coker, I think. It was Coker and Sims. By the end of the year, when they won the national championship, it was just Jay Coker.
Yeah, that's just...
Blake Sims was nowhere to be found.
Yeah, the two quarterback thing never really works out. But I just kind of look at it, and maybe it's me being a Chargers supporter for so long back in the San Diego days, the good old days,
heartbreak.
That I'm used to this team underperforming and letting us down.
Just pulling the carpet out from under you.
I think when one of these wins is against the Giants and the other two wins are against divisional opponents, now I'm not taking anything away from the Broncos win. That is an extremely impressive win. It's just that, I don't know, I don't see them being able to be much more than an 8-18.
Well, and that's why we're going to turn the conversation on to you guys. Let us know what you guys think. Are the Chargers the scariest team in the AFC West? Also, I want to throw out a bonus question. If you had to pick one or the other, who would you pick to be the better team moving forward, the Chargers or the Raiders? Because we kind of had that discussion within here. Let us know what you guys think, though, down below in the comments section.